Hey guys, I'm Steve Nash.
And I'm Felicia, and this is our review of Myth, Pantheons?
Pantheons.
Pantheons.
It's the only game you can't spell without an H and an O. Oh, Bonnie!
Oh, H2O. Oh, got it. Yay for Steve.
In Myth, players take on the role of a mythical god trying to gain as many followers as possible. In the box, you'll get 6 cards for each of the 12 famous mythological gods, 30 city cards, which are the cards each player will be trying to acquire, 60 mortal cards, which give you actions during the action phase and lets you determine who wins the current challenge, summary cards which explain each of the tokens and what they are used for, and 160 tokens which represent different types of divine acts. The 12 gods you'll be able to play as are Amaterasu, Anansi, Anubis, Athena, Ganesh, Guanyin, Jupiter, Morrigan, Quetzalcoatl, Thor, Tiamat, and the White Buffalo Woman. The game is played in 3 epochs.
Here's how to set up the game. Each player chooses a god and receives the 6 cards of that god. The god card with no number on it is placed face up in front of you. This card gives you a special ability during the entire game. Shuffle the mortal cards and deal 7 to each player. These cards are added to your starting hand. Place that deck to the side and flip over the top card. This card's color is the ruling color, meaning cards of this color are the strongest. Shuffle the city cards and place the deck next to the mortal deck. Flip over the top city card of that deck as well. Separate all the tokens into their groups. This takes a while and is kind of annoying. Choose a random player as the first player. You're now ready to start playing. Each round is made up of 2 phases, the challenge phase and the action phase. During the challenge phase, players will play 1 card from their hand and the card with the highest number wins that challenge. However, you must play the same color card as the first player. So, if he played a yellow card and you have yellow cards in your hand, you must also play a yellow card. If you don't have a yellow card, you must play the color of the current card that is shown next to the mortal deck. If you don't have that either, play any card. The player who played the highest numbered card of the ruling color wins. If no one played a ruling color card, then the player who played the highest card in the color which was first played wins this challenge. He takes those cards and makes a pile next to him showing other players that he won one challenge. The players who did not win this challenge receive a token of the same color of the card they played. If the player who wins has enough piles to win a city, he takes that city and flips over a new one. To win a city card, you must win a number of challenges written on that city. They range from 1 to 4. When you win a city, you place a number of followers equal to that city's number on the city card. Those are actually victory points.
In the second phase of the round, you can do your actions using your god cards, city card, and tokens which you have accumulated by losing challenges. To do an action, you must have the right to do so, meaning that the card you play during the challenge gives you the right to take an action. Some will give you an action for winning, other will give you one for losing. The winner of the challenge always has 1 free action he can do. Then going clockwise, the other players can also do actions if they have the right to do so. The types of actions you can do are written on the summary cards. Each token can be spent doing something like destroy a city, draw cards, add followers to cities, change the color of the ruling card, protect your cities from plagues, or even cause a plague in another person's cities. Once all players have taken their actions, a new round begins with the winner of the last round playing the first card. Basically, players are trying to win challenges to win cities, while playing tokens as strategy actions.
Let me explain the cards a little. The city cards have special abilities which can be used if you control it. The number on it is the amount of challenges you need to win to get this city. The top Roman number is how many followers you will get on that city when you win it. The action cards have 5 different colors which represent different domains. Red for war, black for death, yellow for weather, green for harvest, and purples for the heavens. Some of these have special abilities as well. They can give you actions, make you draw cards, or even gain tokens. The top Roman number is what is used to determine who wins challenges. The god cards are colored as well, but they have more elaborate abilities. Each god has their own strategy and abilities.
The game ends at the end of 3 epochs. An epoch ends when a player runs out of mortal cards in his hand. At this point, all mortal cards are returned to the deck. Shuffle that deck and deal out 7 new cards to each player. Turn over a new ruling card. Each player now gets a free action turn and a new epoch begins. At the end of the game, the player with the most followers wins. If there is a tie, the player with the most cities wins.
It's a really fun game and it gets addictive. You always want to play that one more game. Choosing a different god each game also makes it interesting. The 2 major problems we have with the game have nothing to do with the gameplay itself. The first problem is the rulebook. You'll be reading it a couple of times over before fully understanding it. The second thing that was really annoying was the mistakes on the actual summary cards. They can really affect the game if you don't remember to tell the new players that the summary cards have mistakes on them. For example, the death token says to spend 1 to draw 2 mortal cards, when in the rulebook it says to spend 1 to discard 2 of your cards. Once you get over the rulebook and summary cards, it's a really fun game, portable with some good strategy and lots of replay value. We're giving it an 8.5 on 10.